Hello my crafty friends, this is Grace and welcome to process video number 82 entitled Quick Visit. And this is based off of a couple of challenges, I believe. One is a stamping actually three challenges. One is a stamping challenge over at scrapbook.com. The other one is a color challenge where we were to use burnt orange, brown, and gold. And then the last one was for the Kraft Plus challenge, which is to use Kraft, of course, as a background paper and then use a postage stamp. So I am doing a little bit of mixed media type thing. I don't usually do techniques on my layouts, but I was inspired by all the challenges that I wanted to use or I wanted to incorporate in this one layout. So I have this postage stamp from Inspired by Stamping. It's an older one when I used to be part of the design team, but I love the postage stamp and I plan on doing some gold embossing with them to incorporate the gold of the um, color challenge that I am submitting this to. So I just line them up. I want to do them in the center because I have a ton of pictures on this one. And I'm lining them up and then I stamped it with some Versamark ink. Well, first of all, I used my little powder pouch tool that I just got at Michael's to make sure that the static goes away and that the embossing powder just goes where I wanted to go. And as you can see, I am not a very good technique-y person. You can tell that I didn't do it right. And I used the backside of my little Fiskars stamping block. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. So I should have just used the one where the foam on the sides actually worked for my project. But nonetheless, here is the layout, and I'm definitely going to work that out. I'm going to redo some of the stamping to make sure that I have the postage stamp obviously showing, or the full design of the postage stamp showing onto the layout. And I think that's the beauty of the clear stamps, is that you can redo and fix your messes like what I do here. So I am happy with the turnout. It took longer than my normal layout. I think it took me, well, I did, stop it and then redid it again. And I'm not going to show you the entire time when I did the whole block of stamping. I'm just going to show you a little bit, I think, and then I'm going to stop the video, and here it is, the final, the finished embossing that I did. And so I'm just erasing the pencil line that I created, and there is my postage stamp lined up on my layout. And I'm going to trim this Kraft cardstock a little bit because I want to have a piece of paper framing my layout, which if you've seen any of my process videos, you know that I do this almost all the time. And for some reason, either my blade on my Fiskars were getting dull or this paper just doesn't work good being trimmed. I'm not sure, but I ended up having some messes on there. And I'm sorry that the video is a little bit choppy on this part. It's because it's trying to focus, and because it's white, and the foreground was white, it was hard for the camera to focus on there. But oh, there's my little guy. Yes, it's hard to do any scrapbooking alone with my little guy, but I love him. He's such a sweetheart. Well, I love all my kids, but moving forward, so I have this collage of photos of my sister. She lives in Idaho, and she took a business trip out in the East Coast. And she called me one time and she said, "Hey, guess what? Where I'm doing my layover." And she says she's going to be in Denver for an hour. That's what she said. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And so luckily, the whole family was able to come and drive up to Denver with me and see her. And um, it was kind of a neat experience because she was the first person in our extended family to actually meet our little guy Mason. So that was an experience, and I'm glad I'm able to document that here. Um, I am using this orange paper from, I think it's a Chimel line. It's an older line from her, but um, that will go on the bottom and the top, making sure not to cover the hard work that I did with those postage stamps. And then I'm going to be layering some other papers there and some gold banners that I found in my stash. I think that's from Die Cuts with a View. So the funny thing about this layout was that I don't know what I was thinking, but it's not the bottom part, but the top part, I ended up adhering it the wrong way. So if you can tell, there's some script words on that paper, and you could totally see that I did it the opposite way. So instead of the words going the right way, it was actually upside down, and I couldn't. Well, I didn't want to peel the paper because the adhesive was really strong, and I was starting to peel the background. It was just making too much mess. So it's going to end up being switched. I think I was able to turn the top one. No, I was able to turn this bottom piece right side up. And then I just switched it all up. You will see at the end how I managed to fix that. But because of that, I was not able to use all the banners that I had initially wanted to do because then it didn't fit the pictures. So, but you will see how I rectify the whole thing. So here I am, I'm going to work on my title block. And because there's a lot of hard corners on my layout, you know, with the rectangles of the stamps and the rectangles of the elements and the pictures and stuff, I wanted my title to be circular just to kind of differentiate that from all of the rest of the items. And I'm using my handy dandy trusted creative memory circle cutters to do that. I cut one that from the striped paper and then one from the lined kind of journaling type paper, so I can do my title on the top and then just a little bit of handwritten journaling on the bottom. I was kind of contemplating if I will have enough room to put journaling, but the problem was I have way too many pictures, and then I didn't want to cover up that embossing of the stamps. So I went with a shorter version of the journaling, but that's all fine with me because when I look at these pictures, it will definitely remind me of all of the little nuances that happened in this event. So I am going with burnt orange and brown as well for my title, and I selected two stickers. One, this kind of loopy type script font is from Doodlebug, and that's gonna go up and it's gonna spell quick. And then the visit will be spelled with these burnt orange. It's really old letter stickers. It's from, I think, Kraft, and it's the stickiness it was losing its stickiness basically. So what I did was I just run it through my sewing machine just to make sure that it sticks there and it won't move, and that everything will be fine once it goes into my sheet protector, because I've noticed when I look through some of my layouts that either the adhesive that I used didn't work, or adhesive from like chipboard letters, or you know, my titles that I use are not really good in the long run because it starts to come off. So kind of bummed about that, but now I got to make sure that all of the pages that I make from here on out will have the stitching in there if the adhesive is not very good. So here I'm going to just add some banners on the top, and as you can see, I switched my pictures around just to make sure that it worked well with my layout because of the mistake that I had with my pattern paper. And here are some close-ups. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you, I hope that you come back and visit me again in this channel soon. Bye guys.